Yes, people, and welcome back to Normski TV and the What's Going On podcast. It's good to be back. Please, if you're new, hit that like button, subscribe, and share if you are new. And all I can say is, what a weekend of football. The North London derby has come and gone. North London is red, as you can see by my logo at the start of the show. Cannon blasting a chicken on a bun is what it is, man. London is red. North London is red. And listen, we went to that game with a depleted squad, but we came away with the 3 points. Gabriel Mangalese with a bullet header, set piece specialist. We go again, and we have a lot to talk about. So people, please hit that like button, subscribe and share if you are new on the road to 400. And thank you for those that have subscribed. But listen, I'm going to stop chatting and stop talking, and I'm going to get Mr. Big D in. Hopefully we'll have a couple more guests in. But listen, if it's me and Big D, it's me and Big D. So let me get him in now. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. How you doing?
Hey, brother, you seem in a very happy mood. Yes, sir. Yeah.
I'm all right, man. I'm all right. Got to view a lovely training game yesterday.
Yeah, I saw that.
It was a training game. Let's not get it twisted now. Let's not get overhyped. But I like what I saw with the B team.
Yeah. It was good to see Rashford with a big smile on his face.
Yeah, it's about time.
According to Ten Hag, if he has a smile on his face, the guy scores goals.
Wow.
That's what, 3-2 against Southampton.
Yeah.
2 goals against Barnsley. Now listen, it's only Barnsley League One side.
Exactly,
look,
bro.
7 goals, 7 up, as some people have put in the social media. You know what I mean? And I know you felt a 7 up before, so you know it's nice to keep it back to somebody.
and the joke was Liverpool fans were still coming at me saying, "See now, so Ten Hag knows how it is now to score 7, like how we had to hold 7." I said, "Man, you lot just keep revisiting.
Yeah,
like move on, you know."
Yeah,
man was getting their feelings a little bit with me. I was like, "Man, you lot is clearly rattled from that loss at the weekend, but it's all right, man."
Well, we will talk about it. Listen, I don't know. Now, let me just put this out. Because Kofi Klopp or Kofi Slop. Now, I've got to remember his Kofi Slot in.
Slot in, yeah.
Now, he rang me on Sunday, FaceTime me on Sunday, saying, Norms, I'm not too sure we're going to make the show tonight because, I'm doing my things today, and then the blessing on the Saturday. I understand. So I said, listen, no problems. No problems. You know what I mean? I get it. I know you're running away from the roasting from Big D and JP. JP won't be with us tonight. Hopefully, we'll have Ez coming on the show. I'm hoping that Chili will come on the show because we need to talk things North London, bro. I was on the show. I don't know if you saw me on the show.
I missed that, Norm. I was jogged in a few things there. Yeah, I didn't get to log on that.
It was a good show. Big up to On The Ball TV. Go and subscribe. Go over there, doing some good work over there. Go and subscribe to him. And it was a really good show. That I was on there with all sound effects and everything. You know what I mean? So if you get a chance, click on the link that I sent in our chat and have a quick
definitely.
Big up to Craig. Yeah, I just read
Craig.
that. Scalacci, 59 years old, died.
Wow.
But he'd been diagnosed with cancer, colon cancer.
Wow.
And so it's only 59, mate. That's no age. You know what I mean?
just getting into it, innit?
Big top, you know what I mean? I remember 1990 World Cup. And Scalacci, Toto, you know what I mean? That name's.
Oh,
Listen, we're losing a lot of people even saying about Toto. You're talking about Michael Jackson's brother.
Yeah, Cheeto, yeah.
Cheeto, you know what I mean? Just keeling over just like that.
It's like, a lot, isn't it?
I was 70 years old to the date, 15th of October, he was born, 1953.
Yeah.
15th of September, he passed. Apparently, an heart attack whilst he was driving. So,
wow.
Yeah. And I also want to also send our condolences to a gentleman that went over to watch Liverpool yesterday. Apparently, accident, got into a road accident, got hit by a car. and only 51 years old, lifetime, long Liverpool. Can't remember what his name is. So listen, the prayers and condolences to the family. You go out there, and now they've got to come back and report that
bring him home and all that.
Beloved Liverpool, and now he's coming home now. Do you know what I mean? Big up, Junior. What you saying, bro? Big up.
Yes, Junior. Big up yourself, bro.
And big up again, Craig. Big up to you, brother.
Man.
Big up to you. So so a lot's been going on. But listen, before we actually go into the show, I mind my manners. I know you're chilling right now. You're quite happy, and there's 7 people watching. Hit that like button. 7 up. You did the business. It's not. Yeah, I saw that. Craig, I saw that. That was quite interesting. Because at first they were trying to work out whether it was, other Arsenal fans, but it looked like it was Tottenham fans. I was watching this YouTuber. I can't remember what his name. Irish Gooner. He's got a YouTube channel. The guy was in the opposition end, right?
Oh,
not on before the game started. It's sort of saying,
okay.
And I said, and people were warning, what are you doing, right, in the opposition end? And he was wearing the full Arsenal shirt.
Oh, wow.
I'm like, boy, this man's got a death wish, brother. You understand? Because normally when the Arsenal mans are going down there, they cover up, bro. The man was out in his full Arsenal kit, bro. You understand?
You gotta be careful, man. I think your life is more precious than a football shirt. Let's not get it twisted.
Listen. Big up Calvin. Yo, listen.
Yes, Kelvin, my guy.
Well, what can I say, bro? What can I say? You know what I mean? North London is red. You understand? Yeah, man. Yeah, Big Ange got to suss it out. But listen, Big Ange has to suss it out. Some fans are wanting him out. Some fans are wanting him out, bro. So we will talk about that tonight. I will talk about the show. But listen, I'm guessing away. How you doing, bro?
I'm doing okay. The family's good. Everybody's doing what we have to do, and keeping it real. Yeah,
man. That's good. Now, look, I saw this rumor until it was posted on another chat that I'm on. I don't know whether it's true or not, Junior. So we have to just say, Lieutenant.
There was a family member that posted on Twitter yesterday saying that it's not true. It's not true. Yeah.
So I wouldn't until you hear it properly, bro. So I'm not gonna take that up.
Well, he said it was a family. He said he was a family member. I think based in Jamaica as well. Based in Jamaica. So
Arteta got Martinelli and Trossard to pin in Porto. In Porto. I'm not too sure what you're saying there, Calvin. If you could just...
Is that Champions League?
Arteta got Martinelli and Trossard to pin in Porto. Not too sure
what you're saying. You're not playing Porto this week?
No. We're playing at Atalanta tomorrow. Yes, Leone, what are you saying? Big up. Big up, Chris. I don't know if you're a new person on the show, but if you are,
big up, Chris,
big up to you. Hit that like button, subscribe and share if you're new. I don't know if you're an Arsenal fan, a Man United fan, a Chelsea fan, a Spurs fan. I don't know, but whatever you are, listen, it's good to have you on the show. If it's your first time visiting us, I hope you'll enjoy the show. I hope you'll stay with us as we discuss things all football, the weekend of football. And listen, on the agenda tonight, on the menu tonight, Big D, we're talking Prem review and player ratings, and we will be talking about your team. The first kickoff on a Saturday, 12:30 against Southampton. It could have gone north. Archer missing a penalty, but we'll talk about that. Also, ref watch. Should Arsenal's Timber be sent off? And also a little bit of controversy over Declan Rice. There's some reports coming out. I don't know if you saw the reports from Howard Webb. And Michael Owen, they go over and they pick up the referee's conversation, and basically Chris Kavanagh was kind of just basically saying that, look, he doesn't like the rule, but he has no choice. Right. By the letter of law, he had to go. Listen, he only flicked the ball, D. He only flicked the ball, but as Howard Webb said, he's got no choice but to send off Declan Rice. And I'm not saying blaming that result on the fact that Declan Rice got sent off. Now, other referees have been saying, oh, listen, in a situation like that, maybe they should use a little bit of common sense. You've been hearing that as well. And it's just a bit crazy. I mean, you check the weekend, the Chelsea game, 14 yellow cards. Anthony Taylor.
I was going to say this. What's
going on there, bro? What is going on there?
The change of the rule now doesn't really give you an allowance for that first yellow card, because if you get a yellow card early now, you practically killed your own game. You practically killed your game, because if you have a late one, even if it's not intentional, you could be gone.
Yeah,
a late slide tackle where you just got the timing wrong. There's nothing malicious about it, but because you're on a yellow, he gives you a second one, and it's like, here we go.
Yeah,
down to 10 men. So yeah, I think there has to be a bit of common sense in that as well.
Yeah.
Especially in a, you know how hostile the derbies are. The tempers are a little bit, and there's maybe an overzealous passion, for a better use of a word, but you get it, because it's the whole pride thing. Whether it be a Manchester derby, a Merseyside derby, a North London derby, a South London derby, the Midlands derbies. You know what I mean? Like, I remember back in the day, Villa and Birmingham, man, they'd have the whole police force out for that derby. It was mad when Birmingham was up on the top flight. So you have to realise that the intenseness in the stadiums and the intensity of the game, sometimes you just got to calm stuff down rather than just keep brandishing yellow cards, because it kills the game. Because players start playing within themselves, because they know they can't slip up and let the team down with a second yellow. So it's a bit.
It was crazy. It was absolutely crazy. Couldn't believe it. And I think it was a record weekend of yellow cards. I think 65 was dished out over this weekend. 65, brother. You know what I mean? I don't know whether they've been told because of the Declan Rice thing, like, we better start throwing confetti around. But I mean, definitely Anthony Taylor was throwing the confetti around. He not only booked the 14 players on the pitch, he booked the two managers. So 16 yellow cards from Anthony Taylor. I don't know if you were saying in our chat, is this man on some little, you know what I mean, backhand thing? You know what I mean?
There's that and the power tripping as well of the referee. You're there to control the game and make sure the game is as safe and as fair as possible. But when you start just brandishing, it kills it, because then you see the players kind of almost backing off a little bit, because they know they just can't be as aggressive in the game.
Yeah,
because it's like you've watched players get a red card on and the fans just turn them, especially when you lose the game as well. So you're trying to avoid all that. Keep the game in order, but don't get out of hand with it, and making it about themselves. I'm telling you, Calvin, because I lived in Coventry, you go to Birmingham on a match day like that, boy, you're like, I shouldn't have come here. The train station is a craziness, everything, because they start from the train station, Norm, and it carries on to the stadium.
But back in the day, man, firms were arranging meetups. You know what I mean?
Before, that's what I'm saying.
Before.
It was wild.
Let me bring in money is. Let me bring in money, Fabez.
Money. money.
Yes, people.
Yes, money. What's going on, man?
When he comes in now, that's what we got to introduce with him. Money.
You see, Ed's, there's how much money Ed's got, right? He don't even bother with his shirt no more. Just rolls up in his business shirt and his Rolex. So when I was, he's like, guys, I'm here, man.
Yo, man, turn up in his Rolex, and driving a nice little vehicle outside as well,
Hey, listen.
They paid you well, Ez. They paid you well.
Ez is the businessman, mate.
You get me? I'm on the Bowley payroll. You get me?
Bro, you're looking a little bit like the Black Todd Bowley, bro.
He literally just got back from Stamford Bridge. You know the ones.
fresh
man.
Fresh from the bridge.
Man just come back and said, "Yo, I'm hearing that we Maresca." He had a word with Maresca and said, Maresca said to him, "No, we ain't finished yet, man. We're doing more deals. We're doing more deals, bro. We're doing more deals. We're doing more deals, but it is what it is, bro.
Good to be here, man.
Welcome to the show, and I know you're on a tight one, so we are gonna get through this as quick as possible. Anthony Taylor is like a traffic wall in it. The Brighton player should have got red too. Listen. Remember Edgeman goalie in Villa v Brom game, bro.
Big
tell you, man, some madness that's going on. But so we're just kind of talking about the madness. With the yellow. I mean, listen, we'll start with your game, but let me just finish, because I didn't get to finish the menu. So on the menu, obviously, ref watch. We kind of touched on that a little bit, and about Timber should he have gone. Ange said he will always deliver wins, things in his second season. But do the fans believe him? Does his fans believe him? And the 115 investigation charges start this week. Clubs are open for a positive outcome.
Yeah.
Guys, what are your expectations? Yeah. And obviously, we're going to do the WGO prediction results game week 4 and the WGO fantasy prem shout out from our Big D. So listen, let's get into the show. So listen, game. We'll start with your game first, quickly, D. Man United. Listen, pressure was on to Eric Ten Hag. You know what I mean? After losing to Liverpool, you're thinking, right, bro, need to go down to Southampton, and it could have got a little bit peak. You know, I think it was Dalot. Was it Dalot that gave away the penalty?
Yeah, you know, no. And I said this, and people are saying, "Nah, D, you're capping." I'm like, no. That first 35 minutes, we look awful.
Yeah,
couldn't keep the ball.
They were cutting through you guys.
Yeah, and so that mistake for the penalty, came because we were getting peppered on.
Yeah,
and then Dalot just got it wrong. You know what I mean? And I can't remember that player now, but he was just going at Dalot the whole game, just going.
Yeah, I know his play. I can't remember his name though. Yeah, I can't remember his name.
And so
he was.
I looked at that, and literally the Onana save, which was the 35th minute. So we got cooked up until the 36th minute. That save almost like just woke everybody up.
Yeah,
because those 2 quick goals before half time actually flattered us. Because without those 2 goals, we're not the better team. If Onana doesn't save that, I'm not saying we lose the game.
Yeah,
but that's a different game to try and win.
Yeah. You might have. I think with that happening, because you know Man United have got this habit when a goal scored,
heads go down.
Their heads go down. So maybe the result could have been probably a draw, probably a score draw, or maybe you just nick it.
Yeah,
you know what I'm trying to say.
So
when you look at that 3-0, it does look flattering, as you say.
But I look at it, Norm, and I say we shouldn't need to have Onana saving a penalty. And I think that's his 3rd penalty since he's been with us that he saved. He's got a decent record. I think he saved one in another match and one in a penalty shootout. So he you know what I mean? As much as the criticism he gets because of his slowness in diving, he actually got this one. He actually got this one right because it wasn't an awful penalty. He just got it. He just got it right. So tip my hat to him, and I think that ignited. Just like, listen, we can't afford, because I said this last week. We can't afford to lose the game, and it is a potential banana skin. So to go there and keep a clean sheet and 3 points, it is Southampton, and I think they are going to be Premier League cannon fodder this season. Just because they have to ride their luck. And missing that penalty. Now, Archer is not the main penalty taker. He big up his chest and took the penalty. He won't run penalties ever again.
Right, that was terrible. The penalty wasn't that brilliant. To be honest, the penalty wasn't that brilliant.
And so you look at that and say, the person that's not the designated penalty taker takes a penalty, he gets saved. And you could see how relieved that back 4 was. And then it was like, yo, let's fix up now. He's got us out of jail here. And then those 2 quick goals before half time, I'm like, you know what? You know, I think there was a little bit in the second half where they were still trying to do a little thing, and then we scored again, and I just killed again. But we can't give you guys, we can't give Liverpool, we can't give City, we can't give Chelsea 35 minutes to pepper us in a game. Otherwise, we lose those games. And that's my concern, that we can't do this at Palace. We can't go to Palace and do that foolishness. We've got to be on it from the whistle. Right. And it's away from home, and we don't travel well. That's why I was always nervous, like going down to the coast. If the weather's a bit windy, the grass is a little bit long, you know already. You know how these mans are. All excuses. I don't hear the excuses.
Play that 12:30 as well. Throw that in.
And right. That pressure, especially
where's Kofi?
Right now, Kofi. I said to D earlier on. Kofi sent his apologies. He might be in the chat, but he said he couldn't turn up. Now he said, "I'm not trying to get out of being, toasted or anything like that." But I kind of sense that was the case. You understand? But listen, I'm sure he will look back on the show and he'll probably put his comments in later. But it is what it is. He says he couldn't make the show, but we will delve in a little bit about Kofi and what I said about Liverpool coming up against a team that's organised. Yeah, because we all said they haven't really played anybody yet. And I'm sorry, D, I know. They haven't played anybody yet, and I've got to throw Man United in there.
but this is the joke, Norm. The same way this sloppy brother, slotty, what they name there, the same way he had chest to come and break down this Man United win, he suddenly lost his tongue to break down this loss of. And my brother, I'm looking for some analysts think from you. Come on, break down how you lost this one because you had chess last week.
Yeah.
Or not last week, but a couple of weeks before the international. So you had chess to go and break down that win, but there was no chess to come and break down how you didn't. Nuno mugged him off, mate.
Yeah,
came to Anfield and mugged him off, boy. The man was pull down his pants.
I mean, listen, Trent wasn't in his game. Mo Salah wasn't in the game. I think straight after the game, he was straight down the tunnel. None of the players were on their game. There was misplaced passes. And if you look at the stats, you know, in terms of Jules won, what's the name's team, Nottingham Forest, were the ones that were winning the duels. You know what I mean? And not only that, you know, my man Nuno brought on Langa and Hudson-Odoi, your ex-player, listen, these guys provided pace on the wings. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Alanga's a speed merchant, isn't he?
Yeah. Do you know what I'm saying? And it was a very well taken goal by Hudson-Odoi. But look, you know, and this is what I'm saying. When Liverpool come up against a good midfield, and come up against an organised side, we'll see how they think. But then Slot then came out yesterday. You know, it was his birthday. They went away to AC Milan. Yeah, beat them 3. Well, they went a goal down early, and I think even Paul Mercer was cussing AC Milan for just sort of dropping off because they said, well, why did they let that league drop? I didn't see the game. My missus watched the game. They go and win that game 3-1. Is saying, where did that come from? You know what I mean? Why could we have done that against Nottingham Forest? We go and play that bad, and then we go and come back and in this game against AC Milan and beat them 3-1. What's Jay? What's this? Trent's going to Real Madrid. Listen, he hasn't signed his contract, and they're sniffing around. The Real are sniffing around. Not only Trent, they're sniffing around Saliba. Apparently, he was at the Brighton. I think the scouts were at the Brighton game, I believe, at the Emirates. And who was the other person they're sniffing around? It was Trent.
Well, there was rumours about Maino as well. Now we've just locked Maino down.
Right, okay.
On a contract extension. Because he was on low money, man. Yeah. Because there was this thing that, you know what I mean, he could come in to Madrid and sit under a couple of them midfield generals and learn. JJ, leave Slot alone. He'll never walk alone. Jay, a Forest from Nottingham came to Anfield. That's all I'm saying. Just a forest, a few trees.
Wait. So, just Ez, what did you think of Hudson-Odoi at Chelsea? Did you think he was cutting? Yeah. What was he kind of sad for him? Yeah.
But he had to move for everyone to see this version of him.
Big up Roger. Aston Villa, big Aston Villa fan. Man. You must be smiling, boy, because Aston Villa are sitting second in the table in the Super League, guys. The Super League.
They're hungry, isn't it? They're hungry.
46 teams, boy. That's a mad team. But we'll talk about that. Yeah. Sorry. So you're saying this?
Yeah. No. He had to go to spread his wings. I think he at Chelsea was good, but I feel like he felt like he had made it, and therefore he didn't have to play his best football. We put him on a big contract. We did what you did with Nketiah. We put him on $100,000 a week at 18, 19. Yeah. And therefore he kind of just he didn't need to push it anymore. So that was a reality check when he got loaned out to Bayern Leverkusen and he only put up 1 assist. Now people call it the Bundesliga tax, but Jadon Sancho was out there and he did numbers, and everyone said, it's only the German league. Well, Hudson-Odoi went there and only got 1 assist all season, and he played most of the games in the Bayern Leverkusen team that went unbeaten last season. So he needed to come back. I think that was a bit of a reality check for him, and he realized he had to dig deep. So that's what he's doing now. You know, so it's a bittersweet one. It's a shame that his head went out of the game at Chelsea, but he had to eat humble pie, and now he's playing his best football again. Good for him.
Was he linked to also one time? Did Bayern Munich? Was Bayern Munich looking at him?
That's why we put him on the big number to convince him to stay.
Right. Yeah. Okay. Right. Yeah. So that makes sense.
So Bayern Munich offered us 60 million.
Okay, Romero. Sorry, apology. Yeah, we'll say it was Romero.
Really?
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, do you know what this has come from? This is United's fault because they took Euro, and their centre backs are aging.
And Real Madrid was looking at Euro. They
were.
Centre backs are aging. Their centre backs. Alaba's on his way out. Rudiger ain't got long left. Militalo.
You got Caviar, who that's why Trent is the natural replacement, and he still has not signed his contract. Mo Salah hasn't signed his contract, but I think Mo Salah will probably go to Saudi. There's a potential that I was saying last week in the show who would be the likely one to stay, and I think obviously Kofi wanted Trent to stay, and Van Dijk, and he'd be happy for Mo to go. But it'd be interesting, you know what I mean? Because I know they haven't started talks yet. Talks haven't started yet, but the longer they leave it, because come January, bro, you understand? And I think Real Madrid, if they want their man,
this is it.
You know what I mean? They're gonna get their man.
And you know what Real Madrid are on? They're on this Galacticos thing.
Yeah.
They want the top in every position.
Yeah.
So wouldn't be surprised. Wouldn't be surprised if they knock on the door.
And this is what I'm saying. With the scenario with Saliba, he come out in a statement. I can't remember who was the agency that he was talking to, but he essentially said that, look, and I know, Jay said, let other people anoint him, let him anoint himself, you know what I mean? But he was saying, he goes, I know him a good, I think the words came out, world-class player, something to that effect. Yeah. But he says he's not a world-class player until he wins a title, and he's really missing winning titles. Now, the worrying thing is that if Arsenal don't pull up their socks, get their boots on, and start to get serious when it comes to major titles, he's gonna be looking for Real Madrid for answers, mate. And Real Madrid, when they come knocking, as they say, it's a different knock. Yeah. You know what I mean? He's gonna look at that and go, you know what I mean? He's 22. This guy's got time on his side. So Arsenal,
and the thing is, pull their fingers out, bro. He's gonna want to win with Arsenal first. Yeah, I hope so. In terms of, I think it'd be quite sad for him to dip without winning anything for Arsenal in that sense.
Yeah, I really do hope so. Saliba was linked with Man United for time and ends up at West Ham.
Yeah,
interesting win.
Yeah, I think that was a money thing though, again, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Where if you look at the business that we done, a lot of that business was installment business. Like we didn't buy a single player outright, you know what I mean? And the one player that we would have ended up buying, I think, was Euro. We overpaid for him, so not to. If you trigger the exact amount, then you're going to pay it up front. But because we bid over, we could then negotiate and pay in installments. So I think we have to do smart business because we ain't got no. We're not liquid like US, you know the ones. Our guys got them tight, short pockets and short hands and can't reach their pockets too well. So
I mean, when Maresca came out and said, "Look, we ain't finished," and he was serious. They ain't finished, and I was just thinking, it's just like a tap. It's just like turn it on. You know what I mean? So come January, they're looking at players. They're looking at players in January.
I reckon so. I reckon they'll be back in for Osimhen. That contract he's got with
it's a bit of
a it's a bit dodgy.
Yeah.
I've never heard of a loan with a release clause in it that if he is bought, the club that has loaned him will get part of the transfer fee.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
But Ed, remember we did a similar thing though. You remember you were questioning the Sancho thing. Was it Sancho where there was whoever it was loaned on? Was it?
No, it was Greenwood.
Greenwood, Mason, yeah.
Greenwood.
Similar thing.
Yes.
Yeah. Obviously, Osimhen is not tarnished like when I say tarnished.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Greenwood was tarnished, so you have to broker that deal to say, all right, listen, man, we got a guy that's a bad man, but he's outside business a little bit shady there. So let's move him on as much as we can. But in that process, we got to say, yo, he's a piece of the pie, my friend.
Yeah,
just for accommodating him and getting him to play some minutes to get himself in.
He's a bit dodgy. So I reckon, either something got too close to transfer deadline day and they said, all right, we'll do this for now or whatever.
Yeah.
Fuck it. Yeah. Because he even extended his contract at Napoli as well to put the clause in, and
that's right.
Work there. He sacked his agent as well. So there's just a lot of stuff going on. I reckon they'll go back in for him. But if I could say it quietly, there's a man that plays for Sporting that I would prefer. That Acares guy.
Scored again. Again yesterday.
Serious.
He's literally. I think he scored pretty much in every. I don't know if he scored in every game so far.
He's contributing to a goal every game. So if he didn't score, he's assisted.
Right? Is he got a buyout clause? Is that?
Yeah, it's like 85 million or something like that. Big money.
Yeah, that's a lot in it.
It's big money, but if you got someone that just knows where the net is, you pay it, man.
A player that used to play your up your neck of the woods, the Coventry. You know what I mean?
Is that where he was?
Yeah, he was at Coventry.
20 million back then.
Yeah.
When he injured, that's mad, isn't it? It's always the way though, isn't it? It's that if you don't jump on some of these players early, this is what I like about the Euro thing. I'm not saying he's going to be a world beater, but I think for the price we paid, it's worth rolling the dice on him. Because if he had gone to Madrid and blown up and you're trying to get him from Madrid, that's going to cost you a nice 80 million there again. And when you think, do the business, and it's a shame that he's got injured. I'd like to see him now up and running, playing, you know what I mean? After being around for pre-season, but I think they gambled on him, and that again, the medical team, you got to look at them sideways, saying if you wasn't sure about him, why did you play him? Because the guys that went on tour, the flexing him guys said that he was hobbling about before that game, so they were shocked that he was in the starting lineup. You're like, what are we doing here? We watched him hobble at the hotel thing. 2-2's the man's. We know what they've done. They gave him the injection, strapped up his ankles. Just give us 45 minutes. And he's gone and got himself injured. And here we are, game week 4, and he ain't made an appearance. So I look at that and say we have to stop doing that. And I think with what we brought in medical wise, they're gonna say to Ten Hag, listen, just hold fire, man. You got the squad. I looked at yesterday, Norm, who didn't play, and there's a whole 11 that didn't play yesterday, either through injury or being rested. So we can't say you ain't got a squad there. As much as I was like, you know what I mean? I was like, okay, we still got the Lindelofs and all that, but you've still got a squad there. You've got a player in each position now. So no excuses, man. No excuses.
And listen, as I said earlier on in the show, big up to Man United, 2 clean sheets. You go on and beat Barnsley yesterday, 7-0, 7 up, and all of that. And look, Rashford he's got his smile back.
Yeah.
He's got his smile back, and if he's got his smile back,
it'd be interesting to see if he's back with allegedly a young lady that keeps a smile on his face. So we'll see. We'll see. Because you know what they say though, Norm, and I hear it a lot. Like when these players have good home lives, they settle down, if they got the kids and all that, they're better on the training field. They're better, you know what I mean? When you're wilding out and doing what we saw, getting wasted in Ireland or all them foolishness. No.
Yeah.
Go home to somebody that's
as I said, Ten Hag come out and said, look, he's played with a smile on his face, and that's the main thing. And also, it's Barnsley, because obviously when he played against Southampton, you played him as a left-sided winger or a left-sided attacker, whereas he played him up front, getting 2 goals. Ericsson getting 2 goals, and Garnacho getting 2 goals, and a nice present for what's his name?
Anthony.
What's the other player? Anthony.
But you know what? It's funny because he won the penalty. So I actually classed that as an assist and a goal because he won the penalty. And Rashi said, "Go on, man, you take it, man. You won it, take it." And he took it. He took it well. I was a bit nervous. I thought if he misses it, he's going to get crucified. Even though it's Barnley, the pressure he's under after what the manager said, because the manager's treating him like Sancho a little bit. He's saying that he everyone's got to show me in training. So what you're saying indirectly again, you're saying that he's not training well, and I don't believe that. It's something that he just throws out there when the press put him under pressure, because that's one of like I was told today that he was one of our marquee signings. That's not good, Norms.
It's not good, bro. Yeah. See, because we're waiting on the news, and Arteta keeps coming. We're waiting for more results and blah 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 blah.
Yeah, but that's how you're in trouble when they start doing all of that.
Yes, big up Sentiments for what he was saying, bro.
Yeah, Sentiments, big up yourself, man. But Norms, with the technology, right? Not being funny, the medical technology that the football clubs use. Once you do the MRI and whatever, there's no doubt in your mind what's going on there.
They know.
Top second, all you're doing is mugging the fans off by not coming out and saying, we're just going to do this. No. After the first one, your medical guys will see exactly what are going on there.
Because look,
then it's a healing thing,
Yeah, because after he had the injury, the Norwegian guy came out, their medical staff, and said, maybe 3 weeks and that. So obviously it gets your hopes up, doesn't it? But look, it's that's not good. Look, we went to Tottenham. We didn't think that we was gonna. I said, listen, my heart said 2-1, but my head said a draw. But listen, we come out there with a 1-0 win, set piece specialist, Gabriel Mangalis, bullet header, Vicario just he cannot manage his area properly. And Romero getting bullied, you know what I mean? Brazilian against Argentinian, do you know what I mean? And then Romero came up, apparently so-called, come up with an excuse to say that, well, we had to pay for our own flights to come back, and I was tired. And stop the noise, man. Don't talk.
Who was saying that about paying for their own flights?
Romero.
Brother, how much is he on, Norms?
I hate that stuff, you know.
That's what I'm trying to say.
Bro, just pay for your flight and come home. Because I saw it on the overlap, and they guys were talking about it, that regularly, if they had commitments, they would just get on a private jet and get back as quick as, where the bulk of the team would wait for the flight tomorrow or the next day and come on the flight. But if they had other commitments, I remember Paul Scholes talking about doing a Nike advert with 2 of your guys, Norm, 2 Arsenal mans. He said they just took us on a private jet after the game and we were gone. And Roy was saying, and Roy Keane was cussing him. What do you mean private jet? What were the Arsenal guys? He goes, yeah. I can't remember who it was now. 2 Arsenal players, Lundberg and someone else. They went to do a Nike advert. So Paul Scholes, Lundberg, and I can't remember who the person was. And they just took him on a private.
Vera. I know Vera's doing a lot of stuff.
Yeah, and they just took him on a private jet, and they were out of there after the game. So he was saying all back then in the Fergie days that was happening, where if you had to get back, you just spent the money. Whoever, obviously Nike.
I think that was kind of like the mold that he was moaning about. So a lot of people say you need to keep quiet. Listen, stop coming up with those excuses and whatnot. And listen, that kind of takes us nicely into the thing. Look, Chile's not here to defend himself, but
Chile dog.
On the other show that I was on, I kind of use some sound effects like this is what we did at the toilet bowl, because I call it the toilet bowl. When you flush the toilet, man, after you take what you need to take, what you have to do. Understand? But look, we went there. The game, first 10-15 minutes of the game, Tottenham had most of essentially they have most of the ball anyway in terms of their possession, and. Some people even now saying, you're hearing fans now saying that, Arteta did a Jose Mourinho or Diego Simeone. And a lot of the Arsenal fans now, when you say to them, would you take a Diego Simeone or take a Mourinho? They're bigging up and lauding the fact that we did that kind of job down at there, where we went there. I wouldn't say we put 11 men behind the bus, because I feel, personally speaking, is we knew what they were going to do. They're not good on set pieces. And Maddison was not good. Generally, their team was not good. No. Saliba got booked quite early for holding the ball, and you're thinking, oh my gosh, do you know what I mean? And then you looked at the game, and it was kind of, I would say, even. You understand? Until the 64th minute, Saka puts one bang on the money. Romero just got bullied out the way, bullet header. Some people were saying that it could have been a foul. I thought if it was,
he rose up, man. He just rose up.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Bam! He does this. This is what I like about him. I want a centre back that's going to get me 6-7 goals a season. I just do from set pieces. I need him to defend, but I need him to come and do that. Yeah,
if you've got that weapon there, you've got to use it.
Yeah,
because if you look at it, as Steve Bruce and all them man, McAllister, that man was always scoring headers. Vidic, you need that. You need that to win.
And that's what we've got. Listen, we've scored 20. No, sorry. How many? No, I think it's something like 24 set piece goals, something like that.
Exactly, Norms.
Something like crazy like that. I'm not too sure the stats. I mean, here Craig is saying since 2024, Arsenal away record, played 11, won 10, drawn 1, lost 0, scored 31 goals, conceded only 3 goals. Now you look at that, that's impressive. You look at that, you think that's a team that's going could win a title. But
that is a team that can win a title. That is a team that can win a title. But look, hold on a minute. Look at
fine margins,
that right there.
It's very fine. It's very fine margins. It's very fine margins.
You lost 1 away game. That's a top. That's if you win the title, everyone looks at that and says, "What a top manager." The reason why.
Money.
Listen, you're a title away. Arteta is a title away from being considered a very good manager. Very, very good manager.
Mm.
You just need the silverware. You see, look, you see what everyone's doing. You need silverware. Of course he does.
Mm.
Of course he does. But the way you win silverware, you have to go and do what you did against Tottenham. You give Arteta credit for that.
Yeah.
Is the student of Moyes, you know? That's funny.
Student's goal was CB.
We got my young
Marie
connoisseur.
Oh my
football.
goodness.
We got a young connoisseur of football in the chat.
I don't have a question for him today. I normally have a question for him.
I'm going to say this to you, yeah. Yesterday we went out. We had to go down and sort out some business with my sister, and he was in the car. The man was talking about the Galacticos.
Yeah,
bro.
Yes, I believe it.
Listen, I'm telling you now, right? This guy was naming Luis Figo and said the situation with him going to Barcelona. I was like, bro,
yeah, you remember all that?
He's what? How old is he now? 8?
I've been studying football, man.
Forgive me, Anne. That's my sister in the chat. Forgive me, but I think he's the one that's writing. Listen, the man knows his stuff, bro.
I'm always very impressed.
Absolutely proud of you. You know what I mean? I meant Uncle Derry.
That's okay, man. Let's Ricardo. Big up yourself, my guy.
yeah. But he
even when I met him at Jancy's party, he was telling me some stuff. Boy, I said, football, man. Very impressive.
If Arteta wins the Premier League title, Normski will cancel his own YouTube channel. listen.
I don't think
let me say this. Listen, I just want success. Yeah. And for me, listen, we go into a third season where we are challenging yet again. I keep saying it. We fell short in terms of what we did in the transfer window, and then when you put that on top of this new league format, bro,
league, yes,
right? We're playing 8 games. There's a possibility that if we don't finish in the top 8, and I'm just going to get your take on this, guys. There's that top 8. Then from 9 down to 24, if you qualify in that area, you have to then play 2 legs, and then from 25 downwards, you're just out. You out. You don't even go. You don't even drop into the Europa. You're out. Right?
Yeah, I think Europa is on the same thing as well, Norm.
Yeah, Europa and
where I think
order them 36 teams.
Yeah,
it's Leipzig, and you can see
a lot of football there, Norm.
These elements. It's like another league.
Yeah,
it's like another league, bro.
It's almost like they're smoking the Super League without sneaking in the Super League. That's what it feels like. You know the ones.
But no.
Yeah, go on.
Sorry, because I've got to go in a sec.
Yeah.
It's a lot of football, but this is what the managers need to do.
Yeah.
You can't play your best 11 every game. If you've got a squad and you've chosen these players to be in your squad, you are deeming them good enough to play for the club.
Exactly.
Yeah? That I don't care if it's not Saka. From when that player is in the squad for the season and you put their name on the register, they are good enough to be used. Yeah. So these managers that complain, I ain't got the depth. Please stop it. No. Please stop it.
This is what I said about Ten Hag. I looked at who didn't start yesterday, whether it be by choice or through injury. That's a whole 11 first teamers that could start a Premier League
100%. 100%.
So no excuses now.
No, none at all. If your player's tired, rest him. Who played that youngster? You look at Real Madrid. Look at Real Madrid playing Endrick. 17 years old, 18 years old, and Barcelona using Yamal. Listen,
exactly.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, if you're good enough, then you play. Yeah. It's simple. Yeah. So you got.
If you failed in the transfer window, don't complain that you're having to play your best players through the ground every week. It doesn't make sense.
Yeah. And this is what Craig. It's the worry going into this. You got some gooners saying, "Oh,
so be it."
Yeah, we're playing a weaker team. No, we can't afford to.
He has to. Yeah.
I'll play. Make 1 or 2 changes, but not wholesale changes.
No, not having it.
Plus, we don't have the luxury to make wholesale changes because half our players are injured anyway. So you know what I'm saying. But listen, there's another shit, man.
No. No. You played that Ethan and Nawari guy that got his debut at 15. You gave him his debut at 15 because you said there's something about him. Now you play him. Saka needs a rest. You play him. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I don't get it. I don't get it. It's you want to win the competition, and I get it. I get you want to win the competition, but you use what you have. And if you get knocked out, you go again next year, mate. Yeah. It's honestly it's as simple as that. I don't get the complaining.
Before you go, Ez, right? I just out of curiosity, right? Because obviously the new league format, yeah. So the first 8 will qualify automatically. Who do you think in that first 8 is going to qualify? So if you just name your 8 teams, right? Let me get the
Wow.
Where is it? It's this one, isn't it?
Wow.
Right, where is it? What was it? Yesterday. Okay. So so at the moment, as it currently stands, you've got Bayern Munich sitting top on 3 points with a GD of 7, Aston Villa second on 3 points, Sparta Prague on 3, Liverpool on 3 points, Juventus on 3 and 5th, Real Madrid on 3. Pretty tough game yesterday, but they got through in the end. Sporting Lisbon on 3 points, and then Shakhtar Donetsk on 1 point. Okay, all right.
Okay.
In that, basically, you got Barcelona, you got Atletico Madrid in there. These are the teams, like the teams that we know of.
Yeah.
Arsenal, I'd say Bayer Leverkusen, Dortmund, Man City, PSG, AC Milan, and Inter Milan. I'm not even putting the young boys in there because they were terrible yesterday. Now, just quickly,
PSG as well.
I put it in the chat, guys. Who do you think qualifies? Who are the 8 teams that you think qualify? Right. So I'm going to say, if we just go around, Bayern Munich, D?
Yeah.
Bayern. So who's the next one? Who's the next one? For the top 8 to go through automatically once they've played all the 8 games.
Man City.
Okay. Yep. Ez?
Liverpool.
Yep. I'm gonna go Real Madrid 4. D.
Real Madrid.
So we're on that's 4 teams so far. So
we've got 4. Wow. Wow. Norms. Juventus.
Right. That's 5.
Yeah.
That's 5.
I'm back in my second team there. Go for it.
That's 5. 5. Atletico Barcelona 6.
Yeah. Right.
Hi.
Did you already say Dortmund, Norm?
No, I don't think Dortmund will do it because they got slapped up. They got Aston Villa beat them away, beat them out their husband program.
You know what? Don't even sleep on Villa under Umar. If he can get this squad balance right,
I think he will probably end up doing a 2-legged playoff.
You think?
I think Arsenal.
Maybe
Arsenal would probably finish 8th and just scrape through. But that's dependent thing. Yeah.
Now Arsenal should get through that, Norms.
Yeah. So that's 7, and I'm going to put Atletico Madrid in there.
Atletico Madrid.
You know what? Your Arsenal boys need to be watching Champions League football and understand that this competition is crazy.
Yep.
Right.
You understand? This competition is crazy. Like you've got Atalanta, and I think you've got PSG after, no?
Yeah, I don't think we put PSG in there, did we?
No.
I don't believe in them. I don't believe in them.
The two Milan teams.
Yeah.
One of them maybe. One of the Milan teams maybe.
That's where it's going to get tough. But you have to get past these Atalantas because they're not only pushovers. Atalanta,
that's right.
Lookman and them man there can hurt you.
Mm.
And I think what you said, Norms, about not being able to drop into Europa either. There's no hiding place in this.
Oh, literally. Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Let's say so. Basically, from 9 down to 24.
Right.
It's 2 legs.
So you see the 2 leg, Norms?
Yeah.
How many teams make it?
Well, it's from 9 to 24 then. So from 9 down to 24.
Yeah. But after they've played, how many teams?
Well, then it's
right. Yeah. Two. Yeah. Right. Yeah.
Remember, the ones that qualify automatically go straight into the group 16, last 16.
Yes. So the top 8.
Yeah.
And then 16. The other lot.
Yeah.
I hear you.
I'm saying, but they got to play 2. This is what I'm saying. It's just the extra games they have to play. And
you don't want that extra football, no.
Rodri came out. Alisson came out and said, "Bro, too many games. And as a result of that, the reporter turned around and said to them, well, what would you do? There's a possibility that they could strike.
Guys, listen, if you handle your business, you're not worried about it. Finish top 8. That's it.
Exactly.
If you're saying with chess that you are this team, finish top 8, and then you don't have to worry about this two-legged knockout thing. It just goes. You're just back to the same format as you would have been. I don't know.
Listen,
rather than the home and away, home and up. Still 8 games, isn't it?
Yep.
So finish the top 8.
If the manager sees his team retired, throw the competition then. I don't get what's going on here. You're playing the best of the best. You're privileged, mate. Privileged. I don't understand all of this. Give your teammate that's trying to fight for your position a chance then, if you're tired.
Exactly.
What's going on? What's going on here?
Paul Merson said it was a bit silly of him to come out and say something like that. He should have just kept it to himself. Listen, these mans are on lots of money. Yeah, and as you say, if you're tired, then my teammate
there you go. Kelleher is dying for a game.
You knew what you was coming into. Yeah, right. It's not like all of a sudden, all right, yes, you've played 50 plus games, but now it could be anywhere from 70 to 80 games. It's a lot of games. It's a lot of games, and I get it.
Of course it is.
If you look at yesterday, right? You see when I saw the backup goalkeeper, I said, "This is Jason Wilcox. This is." But I guarantee you, he started Onana yesterday for no reason.
Definitely.
So when I saw the backup brother from Turkey, I'm like, thank God this brother's getting the game. What's the point you're paying this man?
When are you going to play?
Right. Yeah, so certain things, you see, like Ten Hag trying to talk with Jess, he's been told, give Onana the night off, please. It's Barnsley. Don't go picking up. You know what I mean? I don't even want to see him at the stadium. Yeah. Just be at home chilling with your missus. Watch the game if you want to watch the game, but don't come to work. You got the night off, mate. So these are the things that we didn't do last season. Remember, Onana got off a plane from Ofcon to come and play. Flew back.
That
remember
was
that foolishness?
I remember that.
And you got 3 goalkeepers there catching dust on the bench. Just like, nah, brother, what are you doing? So you, as what Ed says, use your squad and start the complaining, because we've all got enough squad players on great money to come in and do a job. Just do it, man. Rotate. And I think this format forces it as well. I like it.
But as I say, you got that on top, but you got your internationals. I think it's the frequency of it, and because listen, in a couple of weeks' time, we're back to in October. We're back to another international. And that there's no winter break like last season. There was a winter break, so teams had a little bit of time to recover. But you're shaking it. You're just saying at the end of the day,
Norms,
do what you got to do.
Norms, not sure, but let's say we all get up to go work every day, Star.
Exactly.
Yeah? Every single day. These men get days off. Yeah. Okay. And I'm all I'm saying is there's a 22 to 25 man squad. You have all summer to prepare that squad to make sure it's ready to go into the season. Don't come into the season and talk about my players are tired. That makes no sense to me. Yeah, and I know you want to put out your best team, but that's a very privileged position to be in. Exactly. I genuinely think there are teams that will bite your hand off to be in a position that these clubs, Arsenal, Chelsea, Man United, would be in to play 70 games a season. You tell Gillingham FC if you play 80 game season, that man will bite off your hand to do that. Do you understand? So I feel like these men have won certain things and they feel like now they should be coasting. No. You use the youngsters, you use the academy, you use the fringe players, and you get through those games and you manage them. You give them a 30 minutes, a 40 minutes, a 60 minutes, or whatever. You hook Saka if it's 0-0 or 5-0 at the 60th minute. You have to do that. I don't know what's going on with all of this. This is
and you know what is? And if it's not Premier League game, pull them after 45 minutes. That way you're not affecting Fantasy League. If you know that's what's going on, 60 minutes to get the play. But in the cup games, you can say, right, I'm just going to go. I'm going to use 4 subs and keep 1 just in case of a bad injury in the second half. And you make 4 wholesale subs at half time, and then you keep 1 for a niggle or whatever.
Even at Arsenal, Norman, you've got Kiwior, you've got Zinchenko. I know not a big fan, but you got now Timber all on that left side, and Calafiori. That's 4 players in one position. I don't understand how that's not rotatable. And the same in all the clubs. That should just be part of your summer preparation, in my opinion.
And they knew what they knew what was coming. They knew what was coming. So you plan. Yeah.
And Liverpool, Alisson should talk to his directors. They done no business this summer. Yeah, they done no business this summer. So if they're tired,
it's down to yeah. Absolutely. They knew what they were going in for. So
FSG was they were just being tight, weren't they? They knew the squad needed.
They brought Edwards back.
Exactly. Remember, Edwards and Klopp fell out. That's why Edwards left. And you bring the same guy back, and now he's probably holding Slot accountable.
Yeah. Same
with the pennies. It's like if you say you want to compete, and the fans are on your neck every home game, and they're watching the window come and go, and you're like, is that it? Is that all we've done? When we're trying to keep up with Arsenal and Man City, then the fans have a right to be annoyed. That's what I'm saying. Cool. That's what I said the other day. When you got 70,000 fans turning up on a Friday night, Norm, at Old Trafford, you better perform. You mad? You finish a hard work day and you spending your hard-earned money to come and watch you lot play on a Friday night, and you don't want to show no passion, no nothing. Nah, man. I'm like, no, sit down. It doesn't make any sense to me. And so I think there's a liberty there that, because you have to remember, right?
You man got to stop complaining. Right. Let me just say straight. First, Norman, you are right. They're professional athletes. Stop treating them like they're just like they're for toys for you. You know what I mean? Playing with these man. I got man like Van der Ven running up and down doing a hamstring. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? We're gonna do some more matches. No.
Yes, Chili.
We can't do that.
Chili, I thought you was agreeing. No, man, he's gonna have to play. What's going on? I thought this man was.
Listen,
it's too much.
Nah,
we got to understand with Ez. Yeah, he's a money man.
Professional athletes, Ez. They're not like you. You get up and go to work every day. If you've got a little twinge, it doesn't matter. They have a little twinge. It costs the club millions.
You know what I can do right now, Chili? If you drop me off in the middle of Zimbabwe and ask some of them kids there if they want to play 70 games, they're saying yes, sir. Where do I sign, sir?
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. And you see Van der Ven, he probably won't get a game again because them man can run. You understand?
Exactly that.
This one
defender out of work.
Chili, this one to you from Calvin, that your fellow Tottenham. He goes, yo, Chili, mate, Romero needs to go, mate. He's the leak in our defense. What do you say to that, bro?
It was a bad moment.
Knee jerk, man. How you gonna get rid of him and get who? Sanchez or Dyer? Come on now.
Well, look,
it was his fault the other day. He got a little push in the back and made a meal of it, but stuff happens, man. I wouldn't be talking about getting rid of Romero.
Yeah, no, not get rid. You need another option, but not to get rid of him.
Yeah, exactly. I'd try Dragusin. I like him, man.
Yeah. Why has he not been getting games?
Because he's just not in Ange's plans for the back four. And it's funny, we're probably end up playing a back three, which Conte wanted to do, and we all hated. So.
No, but Chili.
Can you see your screen, Chili?
Huh?
Can you see your screen right now? Norman's got something to show.
I can see some doo-doo on there. What's that piece of doo-doo? Oh, that's just someone who can't handle his drink.
Mate, Chili, stop it now.
I'm not interested in what no addict's got to say to me. Take it down.
Chili, this alleged. Listen,
allegedly.
Boo, I can't handle my drink. Boo, I can't handle my drugs. Boo, I'm getting sucked into gambling. Get him off the street.
My lad. Chili chose violence, bro.
On that note, gents, I've got to go.
Big up yourself, bro.
Big Chili and Big D are gonna see it out, bro. Take it easy.
Say nothing, man.
Yeah, man. Take care, man.
Big up everyone.
Yeah, man. Big up, man. Let's just talking on the old Tottenham thing. Listen, your manager, Chili. I think sometimes your manager just needs to just calm down, mate, and just needs to he's a bit too laid back, man. Yeah, it's just a bit too laid back.
What, so you should act the fool like?
No, hold on a minute. Let me land. Because listen, he was getting a little bit he was getting a bit touchy with the reporters and that, and they've been grilling him all this week.
They asked him silly questions.
Listen, he came out and said, look, let me straighten out what I said. I said that I think we will win the league. I will not win the league, but win a trophy in my second season. Or I'll always win something. Now he said I'll always win something in my second season. I don't usually win something. Let me straighten it out. So I will always win something in my second. Now he says, and I remember some of the reporters were laughing at me. He says, I don't know what you're laughing at. Do you think that he's putting a bit of pressure on himself, putting a bit of pressure on the players? Do you think that he really believes that he can do this? Because listen, this is the Premier League. This is not the Scottish Premier League. This is not playing out in the Japanese league or in Australian league.
Norman, you've just done exactly what they done. You're not being honest, mate. You've got to be honest. If you're going to report something, be honest. He didn't say I'll always. He said I've always. There's a massive difference.
Okay, context. We need context. We need context.
And what he actually said. He said that every time, every club he's been at in the second year, he's won something.
He's won something, right?
Which he has. So it's not usually. It's not. Is it a fact? Is it? He's not delusional. He's telling you a fact. That's what's happened, and he's saying, "Yeah, I think I'll do it at Tottenham as well." I don't think he will.
Okay, you took the words out of my mouth.
But he thinks he will, and I wouldn't want a manager who come on and said, "We're not going to win anything. We're going to finish seventh."
No, I heard that. Yeah, you got to big up in terms of
I don't think anything any manager said, because do you think they really care about what you're saying, what we're saying on this podcast? They don't give a damn.
No, they don't.
And so people,
but it's content.
Worry
it's
about
content.
what the
It's
press
something
is
to talk
saying.
about,
It's
isn't
like,
it?
Norman, you're a man that you'll read something in the press and you'll go by it. You'll either be hyped up for it or you'll be down by what it says. Whereas Ange don't care. You know,
yeah,
what I mean?
and that does come across a lot.
What he's going to say. I don't agree with a lot of what the man said over the last week or whatever, but you've got to let the man say it, and then don't keep bringing it up. I've seen like 3 interviews with people asking him about this same thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And he put pressure on himself. What? So if he hadn't said that, he'd be under no pressure as manager of Tottenham Hotspur under Daniel Levy. That's pure pressure.
Yeah.
You're the manager of a Premier League club, a Championship club. You're under pressure. You know what I mean?
But do you think though, Chili, though, that he needs to, because obviously, the whole thing has come up about the set pieces, and he said, look, I know about it, and I understand. I just need to go back to the drawing board and sort it out. You know what I mean? He said that last season.
Yeah. But he said
problems come. That's more pressure for me. If they ask him things like that, don't ask about some silly little comment about what I've won before I got here. Ask me about why my team keeps conceding from set pieces or at the back stick. Do you know what I mean?
But Chili, he was saying that it's something that they've addressed in training. That's what he said
that him and Sancho were friends. You know how they
exactly. And so, but this is my thing, right? And I say this all the time. Like in general, the fans can handle it. Don't lie to the fans.
Yeah, right. That's what I'm saying.
Just talk it how it is. Now, if fans are still going to come after you, then they're fickle fans. Then, if you speak the truth,
right,
and the fans come after you, then it's like, that's on the fans, that ain't on you. You told the fans exactly where our struggles are and we're addressing them, rather than spinning a narrative to get cooked the next week if you get done again by a set piece, because then the players are seeing that actually he's not throwing us under the bus. He's letting us know that we can't keep considering like this as a team. And this is what I was saying about us, about not being clinical. I look at that Barnley game, I'm seeing Rashford score with his left foot. Since when? Is he going to score with his left foot against you or Man City? Don't know. That's what I want to see. I don't want to see you scoring with your left foot against Barnsley.
I know exactly what you're saying, but
because
that's the whole Tottenham thing. We can't beat
in a pressure game,
guys.
In a pressure game, you're always going to try and get it onto your right foot. When in fact, remember I said it a few months ago, these guys have got to learn to shoot with their left feet when they beat a man. Put your left foot through it. No, they're all trying to cut back onto their stronger foot. What's your stronger foot when you want 300k a week? What is your stronger foot? You know,
right, did you see what Solanke done the other day, D, when the ball came in? No, I know Norman saw it on the edge of the box, and he's there frapping about with it, and it's like, that's touch and bang. What is it you're doing?
Exactly. And I look at that and I think, have you guys missed a trick with the Ivan Toney situation there?
Yeah.
I think I would say all our sides
40
right here
M's,
now.
40 M's,
Yeah, our side here, all of us here, I can say
and we spent 65 on Solanke, and some guy say to me, "Oh, he scored 19 goals last season." Okay, how many times have we seen a player have an outstanding season and then you don't see him again?
But Chile, it's a different thing. It's like when you leave that Bournemouth to come and play in your stadium, Chile, that's a whole different ballgame.
Yeah,
bro.
and that as well. Yeah,
just the whole intimidation of, look at the stadium. Look where I'm playing now. This is home for me.
Right, because even Bournemouth, I don't know, it's like 14,000.
Yeah, it's a small.
No, 11,000.
11,000 stadium, bro. Yeah. So straight away,
when Luton was there, I think it would have been the second smallest stadium. I think Luton was slightly smaller.
Because I don't. If you remember last season when we went to Liverpool and Wenger touched this is Anfield sign because he was so bummed to be playing at Anfield. He couldn't help himself. And we said, what are you doing, bro? No, we never touched that sign.
I saw that.
Man United players never touched that sign. And because he was bummed, he wasn't used to that.
Said, though, he couldn't believe that he's there. He's actually playing there.
So he said, since I'm here, I've got to touch that. This is Anfield sign. Nah, brother, we don't do that. That's only the Liverpool players that touch that sign. And because he's not used to that. And Solanke will be turning up to work and going, look at my stadium. The pressure. You know what I mean? Straight away, his head is thinking of the crowd even before he's kicked the football. And psychologically, he's got to go over that because I don't think he's a bad striker. I think the environment has got him a little bit shook because he's thinking, I'm here and I'm the guy. He got number 9 shirt, hasn't he? He's got number 9 shirt?
Yep.
No, what's it? Richard's got that.
No, he's got number 10 then, hasn't he? What shirt he got?
Who are you talking about? Your
Solanke.
Solanke, sorry.
Yeah, Solanke. I can't remember what shirt he's got now.
I can't remember what shirt number he had actually.
But straight away, you're fit and you're the guy, Norm. If someone came in just like with you, Norm, if you've gone out and got a number 9, man, like, big up yourself, my dude.
Bro.
If you went out and got a number 9 this summer, and you knew that this guy is starting, whether it be an Usherman
19, he's got
19. Okay, so
Dembele, most of
Dembele, taking his shirt.
Yeah, and it's like anything. I look at Zerzik, right? He's the only fit striker. Rashford don't want to play for the middle, even though he played for the middle yesterday.
Yeah,
there you go. So who's putting that string to say, Marcus, I need you to play for the middle?
How many did he score yesterday, D?
2. He should have scored a hat-trick.
Even Ericsson got 2 as well.
Ericsson?
I forgot about him. What's he doing there still?
He actually played Ericsson in the 10 and put legs around him, and it worked. Yes, it's Barnsley.
Yeah,
but it just shows you that he's more creative in the 10 than Bruno is. He just ain't got the legs anymore.
I'm not saying necessarily that, but that's what he needs to do in your Premier League matches. Show a little something different, innit?
Yeah, just to switch it up. Yeah. But it means asking Bruno to play in the 6, and Bruno don't like playing in the 6. But sometimes he's got to play in the 6 at the end of the day. You're the captain.
You've got quite a few midfielders. If he doesn't want to play there, play somebody else.
Wow, he's got the armband, isn't it? We see this with our clubs, guys. Once he got the armband,
he ain't getting dropped. Nobody's dropping. Bruno ain't getting dropped.
He has to be injured to get dropped. He don't drop Bruno. I'm surprised he didn't play him yesterday. But I think Wilcox told him, no, you're not playing Bruno. You're not playing Mainu. You're not playing the goalkeeper. Use your squad, and he had to.
But you said it. If before these guys come in, he would have played a full strength squad.
Exactly.
He would have played a full strength squad,
and probably got 2 players injured as well in the process.
Exactly. Yeah.
Because they're just overexerting themselves, or you're just saying no, and that's why I look at it. And I keep going back to this: the Euros and Copa America. It happened. You have to use your squad. These guys were playing all summer. There's 3 weeks, right? Like it takes a week for your body to get into that holiday mode. So really, it's 2 weeks holiday they had because they're still, your body's still at that, and that's why some of them came back probably more unfit than they should have because they probably wilded out a little bit in that 2 weeks after they calm down from not being in a tournament setting. And then suddenly you come back and you go, rah. Because I was watching Garnacho, they were just doing running. Garnacho was gassing out. And Bruno was like, come on. He was like, nah, I just sat down. He goes, nah, I ain't got nothing left in the tank. You know what I mean? And Bruno was cussing him because he went and partied.
Some water or something, some Gatorade or something, you know.
But see what he did, Chile? Like after the Argentina thing, he went partying. Probably drank too many beers and all that, clapped too many pizzas. Then suddenly he's back in cold Manchester doing the running. Man, he's gassing out. And Bruno was cussing him out. It was him, Delo, and Bruno doing it. And Delo was just about keeping up with Bruno. Garnacho was gassed. He was like, bro.
But that's what I was saying to Ez about the amount of games. He's a professional athlete. You can't get an F1 car, drive it with your foot down for the entire race.
You've got to go and pit stop. You have to have a pit stop.
It's going to blow up, isn't it?
Yeah.
And it's the same with these. They're so finely tuned, these guys. And that's why they get hammies so often and that, because they're right on the edge of what they can do or the human body can do, you know.
And as I was saying, listen, I know there's a lot of games, but it's the frequencies of the games, how close they are. Do you know what I'm saying? And then, as I say, if you're chucking this new Champions League format, you don't want to, and you don't want to end up, playing another two-legged.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I understand what Eddie's saying, that you've got a squad, but you've got to be realistic. You have got a squad, but you've also got a hierarchy in that squad. Exactly. And these guys are your first team.
Yeah. It's like, I tell you, you see when I played semi-pro ball, National League, right? There came a point where I just said to my coach, I'm going to walk away, He said, you're playing good ball. I said, bro, my recovery is ridiculous. It's too long. I play a game on a Sunday, I'm still feeling the niggles on a Wednesday or Thursday. So I come to training and I'm not training as hard because I'm still feeling the Sunday game in my legs.
And then by the time you're feeling good again, you've got another game.
Another game, and sometimes we play Saturday night and Sunday night. Sometimes we have back-to-back over the weekend. When you play them two, Monday morning I can't even walk to go to work. I'm going back to BT, And Norman knows, you know what I mean? And I'm saying, right, what happened to you?
Yo, can you climb that pole for me? Can you climb that pole?
Yeah. I'll be like, I need the hoist today. I ain't got no legs to be on the telegraph pole. Yeah, blatantly. I go in there and I just say, listen, I'm taking the hoist today. My legs are gone. I can't be climbing today. And then I realized that Father Tandy, you got to walk away now. As much as you love the sport, so you're not an animal. I've been there, and Chino will tell you, I'll be sleeping, both legs just cramp up. She didn't think I'm having a heart attack. Had the cramp just licked me in my sleep, I said, nah, you know what? It's time, bro. You've enjoyed a nice career. Walk away. So when I see these guys gassing out, I get it because your body, it's like your brain knows what to do, but your body's just saying, I can't do it.
And but you know what it is, how much money on, because they could have given you £1 million to play that basketball. Exactly. But your legs are hurting.
There's just nothing you can do. Yeah, but you see, we as the consumers, we just want more. We just want more.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's what it is. We demand more because they are a commodity.
Who demanded this? It's like what you were saying, Norman. I think a lot of it's to do with the Super League.
Yeah, if you really look at it, it's
so no one really wanted this. Do you know what I mean? But they've got to do something.
Yeah. Well, obviously, when the Super League they tried to obviously start the Super League back. We're going back 3 years or so, and you had the big. What was it? How many of them? It was about 6 or 8 of them or something like that, or whatever. And obviously, they wanted to create their own. Entity, and UEFA weren't having it. There's like, well, if we're gonna do that, we're gonna ban you. You know what I mean? Now UEFA 3 years down the road have come in, they've added extra teams in there.
Yeah.
I posted it on our chat. It's a league. It's a league. Yeah. It's 36 teams. Yeah. And when you look at it, you're thinking, it's not like that you have group stages now. No, it's a league. And basically, like in a normal league, you'll have your qualify for top 4. Qualify for the Europa, blah,
That's
blah,
right.
blah. Then who gets relegated.
Conference.
The only difference is it's a bigger chunk.
Yeah.
So
and there's no relegation, no. There's no relegation to the Europa and no relegation from Europa to conference.
Yeah.
Is there in it?
So the 8 automatically qualify. They don't have to play a 2-legged thing. They go straight into the last 16. From 9 down to 24, you have to play 2 legs.
Yeah.
And then from 25 down to 36, you're out. So
Right.
it's like, bro, that's why going into this game tomorrow, I don't want too many changes because we can't afford. We've got to go to Atalanta. We're playing 3 away back-to-back games. We've just beaten you guys. We're going to Atalanta, and then we've got Man City away at the Etihad. Man City have got the joy of playing at home. They're playing Inter Milan. Not going to be an easy game. I'm hoping that they will play their full squad. We may rest 2 or 3 players, but Atalanta are a very good side. You saw what they did with Liverpool in the Europa,
beat them, man.
and they won the Europa League as well.
You'll beat them. I think you've got way too much for them.
If you look at Pep, he's cheeky enough to rest Haaland and play a false 9. This is the sort of madness Pep does.
But you're playing Inter Milan. It's example.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, but you know, Pep in his head, I don't think he would do it. His logic is not. Yeah,
the only reason why I say he probably wouldn't do it now in this early stage, because listen, they've lost Julian Alvarez. He's gone now. Yeah. So you've got Foden. Yeah, and he hasn't played much.
Foden hasn't played a minute.
No, because he's
I've had him in my team. This guy's not getting no minutes. What's going on?
And you know what? It's not made the squad. But it's not down to the fact that he's not playing well. It's just that I think they said that he was carrying some sort of not injury. He hasn't been feeling well.
Something has gone on there.
Yeah. So that's the reason why they're trying to just sort of bring him in slowly. You know what I mean?
He'll actually come in like a new player, Norm. Yeah, in that sense, and then obviously bringing Gundogan back as well.
Yeah, Rodri didn't start that game.
That's some gangster move right there.
That was a gangster move, wasn't it? But you remember Fergie did it with Paul Scholes.
Yeah,
he said, Paul, I need to come out of retirement, bro.
Fergie phoned him up and said, "Take your slippers off and come back with these."
And he came back and won a title. It's like, what a madness.
No, Fergie did some mad things. Look what he did when he went for that Larson from Celtic.
Right.
He did it. I think he went for him in the January. He went for him in the January. He realised he didn't have a striker because I think a lot of the strikers were injured. When they got Larson, bro.
Yeah, it's like, brother. Yeah. And I think that's the difference in that I think Pep has that Fergie mentality where I'm going to do what I need to do. I'm Pep Guardiola. You know what I mean? This is my team. This is my league. Rah, rah, rah. You know what I mean? This is how his chest is. So you look at it. If you look at it there, Norm, it took an Arsene Wenger to come and mess with Fergie. You know the ones. Arsene are here now, Alex. And what? And it's funny because you would always believe that they hated each other, but in fact they're very good friends.
Yeah, they respected each other.
But on the pitch, on the pitch, it was like, yo, these man gonna take a glass of red wine and
listen.
Chill.
We took 3 titles off of them. Yeah, and exactly. I need to see Arteta now doing the same thing.
He's got to do it. Yeah,
he's got to do it, man. We got to go. We got to go to the Etihad on Sunday. Now, obviously, the way we played Tottenham, we played very pragmatic, but we was good defensively. Yeah. And that was the thing that got us a result. And knowing that the weaknesses for Tottenham was their set piece because they've conceded.
That's the thing, Norman. Every man and his brother knows it. Gary O'Neill was on TV last season saying, "If you want to beat Tottenham, play a low block."
Who's your set piece coach? Is it right?
Me? It must be me or you or something like that because he hasn't been to the ground or to the training ground.
Yeah, he hasn't shown up all season. Or pre-season.
We've got that idiot Ryan Mason doing.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
Is he still there? Is he still there?
Listen,
well, listen. What will happen if things go north?
We can't get rid of him.
We can't get. Listen, and this man is the interim of interims. Yeah,
you know the ones.
For every man that's been sacked, this guy's coming.
This comes in. Yeah. Is there 4 guys? Is there go to guy?
They sacked Jose, brought in this guy, and what did he do for the final? Played all his buddies. How did that work out for us?
Yeah. They can't get rid of this.
Mad, innit?
They can't get rid of it. But interesting enough, Chile, I just want to ask you, with your striker situation and the money that you've spent, you spent 65 million on Solanke. And the season when you bought R9.
Yeah.
Or so I started calling Richard, not R9,
Richie, man. Call him Richie.
How much did you pay for Richard?
It's around 65.
Right, that's 130. That's 130 million pounds you've spent on strikers.
Are you telling me? Is it me?
Right, let me ask you this question though. Let me ask you this question. Between the 2 of them, because obviously they're still playing in the same team. Now Richard is still out. I think he's still out injured. Now between the 2 of them, in a season, do you think they would match Harry Kane's total? Because Harry Kane, in terms of what Harry Kane used to do for you guys, do you think they will hit like the 25 plus between them? Because, bro, right now, I mean, I don't know whether they're playing to Solanke's strengths and the fact that he's coming from Bournemouth to a much bigger club. You know what I mean? And then you've got the issue of Son playing out on the left now. He hasn't got the legs no more. He's not as effective as he is out on the left. Some people say maybe why don't you play him down the middle?
I'd play him on the
or maybe
left,
maybe behind.
Let him. You see, when he plays on the left, he wants grass to run onto.
That's right. Yeah.
And so if you're going to play him on the left and he hasn't got that grass, then what you got to do is let Ndoggy stay out wide on the left and go up and let Song come in.
Cut in, cut in. Because that's what he used to do. He used to go in, he used to go outside in. That's what he's good at. But as you said, he needs the grass to do that. Yeah. Because I've seen him do that when he's in his heyday. Yeah. But you can see now that he's going to be 32 this year?
Or 33. I think he's 32 now. He's around 32, 33.
Wow. Yeah. And my thing is, why does Ange insist on playing him out there? Is it because you haven't got another left-sided attacker?
But then, if that's the case, why did we bring back Timo when we could have got Eze?
Bro.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Who's that down to, Chile? Is that down to...
Well, Ange says that it's down to him. Ange says that he's the one that decides who's coming and who's going, and that the people that we got in the window are all his people. That's what he said.
Listen, you've got to spend, 40-odd million on Brennan Johnson, 48 million on Brennan Johnson, who has no end product.
He's so frustrating because he gets in the position so often.
Yep.
And then
Chili, do you guys have a director of football?
We've
got,
they
have. They've got I can't remember his name.
Months, is it Months?
Yeah. Listen.
Yeah, because no one talks about him. Everyone always talks about Levy.
He's the director of football. He's good at his job. Yeah. But I'm just wondering why because it's a bit strange that they're going to spend that money on Brennan when they could have probably gone and get. I don't know. Who could have got that sort of money that they're spending? Well, Eze for a start. You know what I mean? Yeah? You could have got Eze for a start. There was a couple of good players that they could have gone out and got, but they've gone.
But we already had Brennan Johnson. We didn't just buy him.
Yeah, true.
From this window, we've bought Archie Gray for 40-odd million.
And you haven't played him really, have you?
Not at all, you know what I mean? I think he'll play tonight. I'm hoping so.
Yeah, because you play Coventry, innit?
It seems to me, right? Look at our strikers going all the way back to Helder Postiga. We get these guys who come in with names. Soldado,
listen, that guy was banging. That guy was banging goals in the Liga. Yeah. He comes to Tottenham, couldn't hit a barn door, brother.
Couldn't hit a barn door. Yeah. And same with that Janssen as well.
Janssen, yep.
And so I don't know what it is with Tottenham and strikers.
I mean, listen, Harry Kane, you know what I mean? You're only one that could do the business, but still couldn't get you guys over the line or even get yourself a trophy. As I said, he hasn't really won your trophy because the last time you won a trophy was 2008. And that was not with Harry Kane in there, was it?
No.
Do you know what I'm saying?
It doesn't matter if he scores 50 goals if we let in a whole heap at the other end. You know,
and that is the problem. You know, Tottenham have let in from set pieces alone 24 goals. Yeah, only surpassing who's it? I think it's Nottingham Forest and who was the other team? There was another team. Might have been Burnley, I think.
Right.
In terms of set pieces.
Wow.
Listen, you lot don't seem to understand how bad we actually have been. Go and look at going back into last season. I think they said that we've won like 3 out of 11.
4. I think it's 4.
4 out of 11.
4 out of 11, and you've not beaten a top 6 side.
Or top 10, I don't think.
I think it's top 6. I think it's top 6. Definitely top 6.
So definitely with Ange, but the thing is, if we look at that, he's probably breaking the same records that Ten Hag was breaking last season. I think we lost 14 in the league. 14, bro. I mean,
who's under more pressure now, guys? Ten Hag or Ange?
Ten Hag. Ange isn't under any pressure yet.
Yeah. Ten Hag, no. Because, if we go to Palace and lose that Palace game, then I think people are gonna.
But D, how can we have a football team where that's what we're saying? Because we're in the same boat as you. They're saying, oh, if he loses to Arsenal, then the pressure's onto him. How can you say losing to Arsenal is something that's worthy of getting a manager sacked?
Get sacked, exactly. When Arsenal are competing with Man City, pushing Man City all the way. You know what I mean? It's unrealistic, isn't it, to say, oh, if you don't go and beat the team that pushes the team to a title every season, then you're going to get fired. I think that's unrealistic.
So, Chili, I know we had the conversation.
Look, Mikey Moore starting for us. Get in there, son.
Who's that?
Mikey Moore, our little 17-year-old. He's coming
up.
Oh,
yeah, man. Come on, run out for real.
Yeah.
Why not?
Yeah.
I like this. If
we lose this tonight, then Ange is under pressure.
He can't lose to Coventry. Even that's my birth. That's my birth city.
Birthplace. Yeah.
Is that where you're born?
Yeah, I'll be at my Coventry. Yeah, man. Yeah.
Oh, that explains a lot, man.
I used to go. It's funny, right? Because people say, people always say, would you send there? But nah, brother. Like when you got 2 cathedrals in your city, then chat to me. You know that one? I got 2 cathedrals in my city, mate. Because
I'm from London. You're not saying nothing to me about no damn Coventry.
I'm telling you, bro. 2 cathedrals, mate. Still to this day, the old and the new one. You know what I mean? Very, very few cities can break that. Coventry was cool growing up, man. Like good child.
I was playing Graham Dragerson, Davidson, and Doggy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Saar, Bentancur, Bergvall, Odeberg, Solanke, Werner.
The Caro and goal.
That's a strong team.
Foster in goal.
Foster's still there, isn't it? Yeah, man.
Man, Foster, bro. Foster's been around.
He's been around, isn't it? Yeah,
at least this guy will command his box and be.
Well, have you seen the size of him? So, you know what I mean? That guy is massive.
He's a mad mountain, isn't it? Yeah.
Man, he's proper massive. But yeah, look,
that's a strong lineup, Chile. Strong lineup. Should be fine there.
The pressure is on, and then thrown in with that, you've got your Europa League as well. So the games are coming thick and fast. And I suppose teams are gonna target that era in terms of I suppose what people are saying is that does Ange have a plan B? That's the question. Does he have a plan B?
No, but he said that he's not. He said he done. Said he ain't
going to do that. Yeah. And some people are saying, is he arrogant or just stubborn?
No, I just think that. What was the term that I heard? I can't remember what it was that they were saying. But don't be a slave to the philosophy. And that's what. That's exactly what he's doing. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. I've heard. I'm sure I heard him say that. Yeah. I'm sure,
it's like playing out from the back, guys. It's like every possession doesn't have to be played out from the back.
It's annoying. Sometimes
you go long to your quick wingers. That's how we can see the goal because we're trying to be too cute at the back. You're like, bro. Sometimes look at the situation, saying we're getting squeezed here. Look at your guys. Give them the iron. Say get down that flank and just one over the top to Rashford or to whoever's on the flanks. Yeah. And so I always think because Pep does it and does it well, everyone feels like every time they get the ball back, they've got to do this. Whether it's from a set piece or whatever, goalkeeper catches it, rather than saying, right, everybody get up, clear the lines, get your fullbacks on the halfway line, and get your wingers running, man, and just get the ball up there, rather than this tippy-tappy and then losing the ball and giving away soft goals. So I think that goes for a lot of teams that do it. Because when I see the weaker teams doing it and getting picked off, I'm like, what are you doing here? You just because that's what they were doing yesterday.
But someone was saying Barnsley trying to do it. Someone was saying, if you look at the managers on the touchline, Arteta looks like he's working a DJ booth the way he's all over the place.
And Ange's like this.
And Ange's standing there with his arms crossed. What's that?
It's like, bro, I go on, Bridget.
I think they used to say that about Unai Emery because when he used to manage us.
He was animated, wasn't he?
And he does the same for thing. I remember in that he even got a booking on Saturday when they played Everton. And
he's very animated.
Can I just ask a question, guy? Why can't Everton hold on to the league?
Everton, man. I tell you what.
Yesterday, man,
Sean Dyche is having a Danny Bear.
But you know what? They come out and say that they're backing him. Now, normally when owners come out and say they're backing him, then the next day they get sacked.
Canned in it, you know what I mean?
But
even his goal difference, Norm. his goal difference already is shocking.
Yeah, it's shocking.
Bottom of the league, you're like, brother.
But to be 2-0 up, and they were playing really well. And if Calvert-Lewin puts away that chance, Coventry scored.
That fourth to give it away, and they had oh my goodness, the guy had a shot.
There was,
bro. But look, listen, Everton.
Let me see what happens. This guy needs to be stronger than Vicario.
Yeah,
how you giving the ball away in the first minute?
Oh Lord.
They had a shot and he put it out for a corner, and now we've got to deal with this.
Yeah, Brighton already 1-0 up as well against Wolves.
Okay,
they've already scored. EPL.
The Everton game. I mean, for them to do it two times in a row, Bournemouth, and then, as I say, Calvert-Lewin puts that third goal away, and that's it. It's all over. But they scored. You scored.
No,
you're just glad that they defended well.
He went out and called the corner. He got the corner.
But no, I mean, look, it's crazy what's going on with Everton. Like, I think, look, at the moment, the whipping boys are Southampton.
Is he under pressure, Norman?
Huh?
Is their manager, what's his name, Dyche, under pressure?
Well, I mean, as I said, the owner said they're backing him. You know, and
he's got to be under pressure, Norm.
That's the kiss of death, man. I don't want my Norman.
Because you have to remember, I don't think they've ever been relegated, Norms.
No, they're
Everton.
not.
No, they haven't.
They haven't been relegated.
So
they've got a big, massive stadium.
Coming. Well. Like they can't afford to be relegated this season with that new stadium coming.
Yeah.
So if you last to Christmas, I'll be surprised.
Having ours, it's no good having the best stadium in the championship.
Yeah.
You know what? I mean, their form right now is not brilliant, but I think Sean Dyche will get them organised eventually and get them out of it. Do you know what I mean? I mean, they're Southampton definitely are worse.
Yeah, and what's got to stay fit as well? Dominic Calvert-Lewin. He has to stay fit.
Poor D, man.
I know, but he got to stay fit though, because he's like their go-to guy, isn't it? You know what I mean?
They need a new.
It's going to be. Listen,
guy.
It could be a first.
They were talking about him replacing Harry Kane. Harry Kane, you know.
Bro,
you see, Harry Kane's just got and broke more records.
I know. That was crazy. 9-2.
He's on pens as well, though, isn't he? Harry's on pens there as well.
Yeah. Don't be that guy, D.
Four goals.
Flowers.
Four goals in that competition yesterday, winning at 9-2. 2 of the goals were disallowed, so it would have been 11-2. So listen, Bayern Munich right now are doing a business right now.
But Chili, here's a question for you, and I think I posed it last week. I said to Norms, if Harry Kane had retired from international football after the Euros, would Ivan Toney have gone to the Saudi League?
No, I don't think.
That's what I said. I said that he's not bothered about playing for England because Harry's not retiring. So he knows minutes.
Yeah.
And I said, if Harry retired, I think his agent pushes for a Premier League team. So he stays there and gets England call-ups and you know, he fights it out with Ollie Watkins, you know what I mean? But no, just quickly, I just looked at the City have gone strong, boy. Their spine is strong. Haaland, De Bruyne, Rodri, Diaz and Edison, the spine's strong, boy. So Pep ain't playing. He ain't playing no games. He wants to win this one.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
do you
Bernardo
think
Silva
it's a
as well.
bad move him going to Saudi, D?
No, it's not. No,
you don't think it's a bad? No, sorry, do you think it's a bad move for his career going there?
For his England career, yes.
What this is?
I think he's realised that Brentford weren't going to give him the money he deserved. Remember, he's only on about 20-something grand at Brentford, you know.
I thought it was about 40. I know it was low anyway.
It was really low because he signed up. I think basically his agent, he fired the agent. His agent messed him up, Chili. And so I think, like I said, if Harry had retired, I think he stays here. But he just thought, well, Harry's retired. This is an opportunity to set my family up, and I can still come back to the Premier League and get another 2 or 3 seasons. So he's gone for a payday. I can't knock it, you know.
I'm not knocking it for that. I'd be there too.
And then come back.
Wouldn't go Saudi. I'd go to the States, but that's
States, yeah. But he's not gonna earn that money in the States, though.
No, but you'll still earn good money.
Yeah. But
I mean,
I get it to a point.
200 million to live nice, you know.
Nah, but if he's looking at generational wealth and setting up a few generations behind him to say, right, here's money to start a business and all this kind of things, then I think it's a great move. If he's that way inclined, because I even watched the video where he was saying to like his brethren and all that, like he threw a little party and someone's filming it. He said, listen, come and check for me, man. Don't worry about flights and accommodation. I got you. But don't leave me hanging out there. Which was another interesting thing where he probably thinking, I'm going out there, might be a little bit isolated here. So he's saying to his brethren, I got you. Come and check for me, man. Don't worry about where you're going to stay. Don't worry about your flights. Just tell me when you're coming and I'll hook you up. So that straight away is being smart, because you know what it's like. You can go out to these places and be a little bit. I've done it. When I moved to St. Lucia, I knew one person in St. Lucia. And I hadn't seen that person in years. So I know what it's like to move to a new country and be like, right, I'm landed and boy, I'm a fish out of the water for real until I start to figure it out and meet people and someone introduces me. And now I got a whole posse of brethren out in St. Lucia where I knew one person. So I get Ivan's mentality that, yeah, bro, come and check for me. I got you. Is that your dog, right? The mad one? Yeah. Stop kicking that dog, Chili.
Kick him again.
Right. Let me just finish with this. And this is is it this one? I think it's this one. Right. So look, we know Chile's second team. His Thursday team, or Tuesday team. I can't remember which one it is.
Set up. It's all the fix, man.
Listen, with the 115 investigation charges starting this week, I've said clubs are open for a positive outcome. Now, whatever you want to make of that, you make of that what it is. What are your expectations of this? Now, as you can see,
not guilty. All charges dropped. Let's carry on with the ball.
Wow.
Right. So we kind of understand where Chile stands on this, but Big D. So basically, just so everybody knows what this is. It says failure to provide. These are the breaches and the number of charges. So the breaches: failure to provide accurate and up-to-date financial information from 2009 to 2018. There's 54 charges on that. Failure to provide accurate financial reports for player manager compensation 2009, 14 on there. Failure to comply with UEFA regulations, including financial fair play regulations 5, breaching Premier League profitability and sustainability regulations 15 to 2018 7, and finally failure to cooperate with Premier League investigation 2018 to 2023 35 charges. Okay. Now there's a lot, and yes, big up, Shigs, man. Listen, go over to this.
Shigs, what you saying, man? Man said guilty.
We was on his show on Monday, and what a great show it was, man. We had the sound effects and everything. Sound effects, brother. They
ganged up on me, D. It was
down at the toilet. Down at the toilet bowl. It was great.
the deduction of points, though, Norm, is that enough? Because the thing is, this is what the Premier League can't do, right? If they strip them of titles, it makes the whole thing a whole shambles. If you go back from 2009 to now, and you say, right, all these things stick, and you strip City of how many titles? 4? 5?
Well, going back to, I mean, the charges go back to 2009.
Yeah, plus their Champions League as well, and their cup wins. It makes a whole it makes a whole mockery of it, doesn't it? Klopp 3 Premier League.
They're not taking no titles off of them.
No, and that's why I think
Arsenal 2 Premier Leagues.
Yeah. And then us with the Aguero. Remember the Aguero one, last game of the season. You know what I'm saying? So if you look at that, all they can do is point deductions and heavy fines. They may relegate them, but I think if you relegate them, then I don't know. Does that also tarnish the league by relegating a team that has gone
Rangers
3 on the bounce?
And the Italians done it with Juve. So
Juve. I know. Yeah, but we're constantly saying that this is the biggest league in the world, and if you do this to the biggest league in the world, how do you affect that league? Because the truth is, if City get relegated,
it almost sounds like what you're saying, D, is that almost Man City have got the Premier League by their. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's what it feels like now.
Right?
Yeah, that's what it feels like.
I'm saying, and for them to, I just say about tarnishing it, for them to be, exposed from the league and go into whatever league it is, does that, as you said, does it tarnish the league? Does it bring down the quality of the league? I mean, some people now are even calling this league a farmers' league because.
But I'm hearing
City are doing now. You know what I mean?
I'm hearing people say no, they should go to the championship, to League One, not even Championship, and let them fight their way back up.
Well, okay. All right. So when Juve got exposed, where did they go down to?
They went down to the next league.
But did they get them for match fixing? That's something different.
Yeah. So they literally just stripped them of their Premier League status, and they went straight down to their version of the Championship. But you have to remember, our Championship, Norman, is probably as strong as some of the top teams' regular league. The Championship is a hard league, so there's no guarantee that you go down and you come straight back up if you lose some. Yeah, listen. If City lose 7 key players, that doesn't guarantee they're going to come straight back up with the Rico Lewises of this world and that.
And that depends on if Pep hangs about what. But what's
Pep be gone.
TV is saying here, it don't matter if the league is tarnished. They broke the rules and they have to suffer the consequences. So
I hear you, bro.
It depends what the consequences are. I think that the maximum they'll get is like 10-point deduction.
No, that's not enough, Chile.
That's not enough, Chile.
10 points. That's not enough.
Transfer ban.
Get out of here.
No, that's not enough. 10 points is not enough, bro.
What do you think they're going to relegate them and take their titles? That ain't going to
happen. I'm not saying that's going to happen. Listen,
look,
at the moment, it's all speculation now. We don't know. It's all speculation, and so we're just going to have to watch this as it all pans out. And not innocent.
Free the Manchester 11.
I think I froze here, guys.
D, go out and come back in.
Yeah, I'm trying to see what's happened there, man.
Yeah.
Shigs, it's not, they're saying that of the 115, and I'm not defending them, but of the 115, very few of them were serious. Most of them were like clerical errors and stuff. So it's
how long the grass was and all that. And that. But look, it's going to rumble on. It's going to rumble on until 2025, Chile. And we will know the outcome, I think, early 2025, I think January, February time. So it's a 10-week, I believe it's a 10-week, obviously, assessment of an investigation as to what's gone on. So you're going to be hearing all different things happening regarding that. So we just have to just see what happens.
Yeah, like you say, we're not going to know until they release the outcome.
And does it affect? I suppose the question I would ask you: do you think that will affect what's happening on the field? Because it seems like they just brushed it away anyway. Pep said, "Look, guilty and proven innocent until proven guilty." Yeah. And he's just getting on with stuff that's on the field. He's got his 4 Premier Leagues in a row, looking likely to go for a 5th one, and that doesn't seem to be affecting him. But as it starts to rumble on, as it starts to take shape, there is a possibility that there's a possibility. Yeah, back the there's a possibility that it could affect the focus of the players on the pitch. We just don't know. We don't know.
I don't think it will. My man's got them not playing like robots, man. Yeah,
they definitely are robots, man. Especially that Terminator.
Such a good team. Such a good team.
Yeah.
But then did they do it fairly? Like if they're proven to have cheated to get that team?
Well, how will it look? How will it look if they see? This is the thing, as Dee said. There's the other side, flip side to this, because there's 115 charges. So some people are saying that out of those 115 charges, surely something in there is going to stand. Now, we don't know what it is, but we'll have to just see. I mean, obviously, the UEFA, they're looking to see the outcome of that and where they breach some UEFA FPL rules and that. So, but that got brushed under the carpet. They ended up paying a fine and whatnot. So, they're hoping that there'll be some comeuppance and that this will be sorted out, properly. But it is going to roll on and roll on, and as you get nearer the time, then we'll have an idea. But I'm just saying, if they are found guilty, then whatever the consequences are and what they should be thrown at them, the Premier League or whoever will decide that. But if they are found not guilty, how's that going to look on the Premier League?
But if they're not guilty, you can't find them guilty.
No, I'm saying, how's that going to look on the Premier League?
Yeah.
Well, the thing
I
is,
can't believe that they would pursue it if they didn't have enough evidence myself.
Yeah, because you're mugging yourself off, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, that's what I'm saying. To have this 10-week process, surely they must have something on them.
Yeah, they must have something.
But City are quite confident that they've done nothing wrong. So this is where it is. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
but no, if you look at Chelsea as well, remember how we were watching them spend, and then Eds came and broke down. Oh, we sold a couple of hotels. We did this. We did that.
I don't listen to
this
all
how
that
many players we
got.
got.
They're next.
No, but I think they're going to get. It's likely that they're going to get a transfer ban.
They have not made the money that they've spent. It's simple.
No, but the sell on though. If you look what they're probably the best selling club. In the Premier League.
They have sold on a lot, but look at what they spent. It's crazy. You've got to look at what they spent, D. It's crazy.
Money. I mean, Ed is not here to do the maths and the finance with it.
But Ed's always going to find in favour of Chelsea because he wants that to be true.
Right. Yeah. Okay.
But to be fair to Ez was breaking down the way they were doing the deals, hence the long contracts. So even if the player was 50k, if they're only spending 50 million, if they're only spending 8 million in installments per year
over 8 years. 8 years.
That's how they're getting away with some of the stuff.
You can't spread it over 8 years, can you? Because you can say that that's what you're going to be paying back.
Yeah.
But what, you're going to do that for every player? And that's what they're doing.
Well, they must be doing that. They must be. Yeah,
it's crazy.
Because they were putting players on Chile. They're putting players on contracts till 2033.
Yeah.
You're thinking,
I
what?
know.
It's like a life sentence or a mini life sentence.
Like I said,
the life sentence carry on. Getting paid well.
They're going to come unstuck. Trust. You can click.
But then, if they get a transfer embargo, Chile, it don't matter because the squad is so loaded.
Yeah,
because
it's so big. But if they get points deducted,
that's a problem. Yeah, then you're stuck with a team, and then you're not in European football to make that money back. Like how we're seeing now in that format, the clubs can make bare money. You you think about it.
How come Chelsea ain't been in no European football, and yet they're still spending how they are? And it's not like they're spending like the rest of us, 90 mil here, 120.
1.5 billion free 5 transfer windows. 1.5 billion up.
Yeah,
that's 3 years of Todd Bowley, 2.5 years to 3 years of Todd Bowley's spend. It's crazy. It's crazy.
All I'm saying is all these Chelsea fans keep this same energy about selling hotels and whatever other rubbish you're saying when they come with the points. I don't want to hear about we're being victimized or they're targeting us. You were all happy when it was happening.
But Chelsea also are looking to do this extension onto the stadium or whatever.
They got knocked back the other day, didn't they?
Has it been? Oh, right. I know Ezra talked about that as well. That they were buying out.
I think it was like what Ed was saying, that they can't go out; they can only go down or something.
Dig down. Yeah.
But apparently they're buying from properties,
and then you got the Earls Court as well.
The thing is,
the Earls Court,
and the Chelsea fans don't want to move from there.
When we were trying to do our stadium, we were buying up all the businesses around the old White Hart Lane.
Yeah.
And there was one company, can't remember what they'd done, but they refused to sell. They said, no, we're not selling. Offered them good money. They said, no. Right. The only reason we got that property is because a tragedy happened and there was a fire at their business.
Oh,
it burned out.
Really?
That's proper murky, really? That's proper murky, innit?
Really?
It's like, let's burn that thing down. That man ain't selling. Burn it down.
Bro, that's
allegedly, no, right? Allegedly, bro. I'm trying to get you cancelled here, bro.
Allegations. I'm just saying, like, D, that kind of murky, boy. That's like someone wake up with a horse head next to them in their bed, you know?
Exactly, bro. Like, all right, honey, we're selling.
We're selling. We're selling.
We're selling. The horse head has done it for me. You know that once.
Let's make that phone call, yo. You know that 10 million offer, yeah. I think I'll take it now. You know what I'm saying?
Honestly.
But even if they want to buy up, there's no guarantee that the people who own those properties are going to
sell up. Yeah.
So it's hard, man.
But look, this 150 thing is started. So look, we're just gonna have to just watch this space. Allegedly. Oh no, Arsenal allegedly. We're gonna have to just watch this space and then just see what I've got. You know what I mean? But it is what it is. But listen, let's just quickly move on to the last thing. and that's the what's going on prediction. Well, look, before the what's going on prediction, the fantasy prem shout out, and D, if you want to just take just
opening that, as you guys know, on advice from Chile, we are ignoring this fella in top spot. Yeah, so we're looking at man's like Simon Jones keeping that consistent. Me hanging about, I like that I'm hanging about, Norm. After game week 4, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
I'm looking down there now. Let me see. I'm looking at my phone. I'm gonna go down on my phone. Wow. So I'm looking. Where are our guys? So Scott in the future just jumped up to 4th.
Okay.
Wow, 3rd actually. 3rd. Yeah, he's up to 3rd. Where's Chile? Chile's in 12th now.
Okay. You gotta look low down to find me, man.
Where's Malcolm X? Where's Malcolm X then? Where's Malcolm X?
Still 16.
Oh dear.
And I want to ask her, like, she has a player from her second team who's a baller, and she didn't put a captain's armband on him. You've got to captain Ollie Watkins, Jay. You have to. If he's in your team,
Jay, do you hear that, Jay?
You've got to captain Ollie if he's in your team, and he's in your team.
If you're watching, Jay, you need to captain Ollie Watkins. You didn't captain him.
Like,
that's advice from Big D.
If you look at it now, he would have got 26 points last game week because he scored 13. He'd have doubled that.
Who she got as captain, D?
Trent, and he had 1.
Trent.
1 point. Trent. Yeah, she got Trent as captain. I'm like,
oh my God, no, she had to put Watkins.
Yeah, it had to be Ollie. Yeah,
definitely.
And so we're still being very competitive, Norm. Like I say that. Some good scores. You know, when the bulk of the guys are getting over 50 points, then it's good. It's good to see. So yeah, man. Still early doors, game week 4. But our early winner is Simon. Is that one of your guys, Chili? Simon Jones?
Yeah, that's my boy. Yeah.
So he's 4 points ahead of me. Even though I outscored him this week, 76, solid 76, man. I think I was top scorer this week. Yeah, I was. Yeah, 76 points.
Nice.
So happy days, Big D.
Well done.
Happy days, Big D. You know what I mean? So, look at this one. Look,
right. So
here
we are.
That don't look right to me. Why am I so low down?
So we've got the what's going on prediction league table, and as you can see, game week 4, and as you can see, Kofi's still top, even though he didn't score any points last week. I think he went for his. Did he go for his side? I can't remember if he did. I think he did, but they lost 1-0. Big D, you went for.
I went for Brighton win, didn't I? And they drew 0-0.
Drawing. I went with Man City winning 3-0, and I think they won 2-1, so I only got 1 point, but I got the outcome right. Chile went with obviously 2-1 to him, but it was 1-0 to the Arsenal, 1-0 to the Arsenal, 1-0. And Ez went with I think it was I can't remember what scoreline Ez went for, but obviously
2-1 Chelsea, I think it was. With 2
no, 1-0. It was 1-0 they won, but I think it was.
I think he went 2-1, didn't he? Or 3-1?
2-1 or 3-1?
Maybe 3-1.
Well, 3-1. I think it might have been 3-1.
Yeah, I think he went 3-1 prediction. Yeah, and then JP went Man United.
JP nearly.
Yeah.
He said 2-0 Man United.
Yeah,
Then he said, "This is the problem, right? This is when you do fantasy league. Yeah, they mess you up because he was onto a 3-point. And if he had got that,
in a leapfrog,
he would have leapfrogged. He would have leapfrogged Chile and Eds. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
but he's still down there in the bottom on 1 point, and we go again for game week 5. So people put your scores in for this weekend. It's going to be another big weekend, especially for Arsenal. We'll go away to Man City Sunday afternoon, boy.
Yeah. And then us away to Palace, boy.
You're away to
Palace. Another potential.
Who have you got this weekend?
Brentford, I believe.
What at home or away?
At home.
Okay.
So Mbowe and Wizard.
Wizard's out injured. Wizard's out injured. Yeah.
We might have half a chance.
Yeah, I think he's out for a couple of months.
Mind you, I heard Rice and what
you need to check it out. Check it out. Go on the thingy.
Yeah, I'll check it out in fantasy. Yeah, I've got him in my. I got him in my other team.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Man like Wizard.
So people, we have come to the end of the show. Big up to Chile, big up Big D, big up to Ez for coming on.
Yes, sir.
Kofi could obviously make the show. He did send his apologies. JP couldn't make the show. He did send his apologies. But I'm sure they will watch the playback and have a chuckle to themselves. But listen, we go again. The weekend is nearly here. But listen, it's Champions League this week. We play away to Atalanta tomorrow.
Why are you playing on the Thursday?
I have no idea.
I'll tell you why. Because now what they've done, they decided that they want to be like the American sports, where there are big games every day in a week now. This was always coming. This is what I've done it. Because remember, Champions League was always Tuesday and Wednesday. Now they're putting big games on Thursday now.
And I don't know if that means that, because it's still the same amount of rest time between the two. All right. Well,
so Thursday and Sunday's horrible, Norman.
But this how you remember?
That means Man City get an extra day, didn't they? Because they play. They play today.
They're playing tonight. They're playing tonight.
Oh yeah. They're gonna
and then you play them on Sunday, so they get an extra day.
Yeah.
So we should be playing tonight, really.
And we away to them. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. But you see what they've done, Norm? Like I say, they're trying to create this American football where there's always, American sports model where there's always top games on every night. Game. And then you're going to see more Friday night games as well.
Yeah.
So the whole week will be just saturated with football.
I think this was talked about
in Europe
some years back. I think this was talked about some years that they're going to saturate it, and this is what's happening.
That's what
as you can see.
And the TV companies are controlling this as well.
Yeah.
So they're saying, right, that derby has to be at 1600 on a Sunday. All that kind of stuff. Yeah, because of the viewings of Sunday afternoon. If you have a late lunch, then the football. And then you finish football and you go for a late dinner. It's all manipulated, Norm. Yeah. It really is now. So,
but listen,
it's what it is, man.
Before you go out, hit that like button, subscribe, and share. If you are new, we're back again. We're back again next week, Wednesday, for another show. The fallout from Champions League, fallout from Conference League, fallout from the Europa League, fallout from Premier League. You name it. We'll be back talking about it next week. It's a lot. That's what I'm saying. It's a lot of football. A lot of football. But listen, we're here every Wednesday. Check us out. And not only that, please check out On the Ball TV. They do a show on a Monday. Do they do a show on a Thursday as well? Or is it just a Monday? Chili. Do they do a show on a Monday and Tuesday?
Monday, just Monday.
Just Monday. Yeah. So check them out. Go back and watch the playback on the Monday show that I was on. Loved every minute of it.
Them man ganged up on me, D. It's disgraceful. The man when he's down,
On the Ball TV. Yeah, but it was a good show. Yeah, man. So big up to everyone. But listen, we're out of here. Take care.
Yeah, take care, guys.
God bless.